Hello, neonates, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. This is KaffeineGaming. Last time we went to the haunted house. We got the pendant, and we need to go talk to Therese now to turn that in. Now, real quick here, there's another way of going about doing this whole asylum stuff in which you end up actually sleeping with Jeanette. I am not going to be doing that particular line because you don't get as much experience for it. So just a heads up on that. There are some things that we're just not going to be seeing here. You do not have to talk to the bartender to get in here. You do have to wait for the door to close though. That would be fantastic if you could move a little faster, game. Hopefully Jeanette is not Jeanette, but Therese is not too mad at us. I guess we're talking to Jeanette here.
How odd. I was just having naughty thoughts about you. You made quite an impression earlier. Did you come up just to cheer lonely little me?
To get the best ending, you want to say yes, as a matter of fact. I did. I couldn't stop thinking about you.
Really? Do I often pogo stick through your thoughts wearing nothing but a smile? Be honest. Or don't.
You want to say all the time, Jeanette, what do I do in your thoughts? You want to make sure you've got the seduction
what all
one
swayed
there.
Kittens do. On hands and knees, you lap up the milk of me. And we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies.
You can say whatever you want here. I'm going to say, kinky.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
You want to say I'm not giving it to anyone but Therese.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
You can either say 2 or 3 here. I'm going to say no, please calm down.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
You can say either 3 or 4 here. I'm going to say I understand, but I still can't give it to you.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
Again, 3 or 4 here. I'm going to say, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeanette, but I really need to give it to Therese.
Fine. You hold on to it. Since you're so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
You can say 1, 2, or 4 here. I'm going to say, what would put a smile on that face?
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a Kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
You want to say, for you, anything.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
All right, so you want to say either 1 or 2 here. I'm going to say, all right, I'll go slash the paintings.
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
Okay, you want to say, I did never intentionally keep you waiting, Jeanette. Goodbye.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, duckling.
I will. Okay, so there's that. There's most definitely that. Let's get out of the club, though. We have a few other things that we want to take care of, and being in here is not one of them. So yeah, we have to go destroy some paintings or something. I'm sure that's not going to end up terribly. Oh, sorry, buddy. All right, so before we go, let's take a quick look at our sheet here. For hacking, I've got hacking level 3. I'm going to throw, let's see. For hacking, it's either computer or wits. I'm going to throw a point into wits. Also increases our defense, so that's well worth it. And we're going to make a trip around the corner here, we need to go back to the medical clinic. If you recall, we got an email from the prince asking us to go collect some vampire blood, so we're gonna want to do that. I think we can just go straight in the front door. That'd be probably good. Now we want to head upstairs. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and save here because I'm kind of nervous. I don't do well with stealth and we can really screw this up. All right, so let's go ahead and head on up. Now, one thing to note here is we actually do have a cop in here that can ruin our day. Are you kidding me? I don't even have a lockpicking level 2. It's gonna make this a little bit more difficult. Okay. Let's do this real quick before... Okay. We head into the maintenance room here. Shut the door. We should be able to stealth around pretty easily up here. Are you really... What? Ah! Okay. I don't want to... I don't even... Stupid box. That box is evil, pretty sure. Oh my god, I hate... Okay, the climbing mechanics in this game can be a little wonky. That's what's happening. Alright, so we've got a room we can't go into, but you can see there's a security camera in there. There's a drop down to the next floor. We're not going down to the next floor. So around the corner here, we've got this side, again, a computer camera in here. And in here, we've got a computer, which I want to use. Can you let me use this? Alright, so we've got 2 here. We've got CS door. Let's see if we can't hack this. Dosage. And we're going to go ahead and unlock that. And I think we can unlock this as well. Page. Alright, so those 2 are now unlocked. Now that we're done with that... Oh, can we not get through this door? Well, we need to be really, really careful here because there, like I said, there is a security guard in here. So let's go ahead and unlock this. Just wanted to double check our trace or trance there will actually cause them to go into like a, well, a trance. Oh my gosh. I need to make sure I don't get seen here. I can't believe we didn't get caught there. Where are they? Where did the cop go? Kind of confused about why he walked away immediately. Okay. I think this is where we need to go. Let me head around the other direction. Actually, maybe I should just wait. Let me wait for him to move. Oh, he's coming this way. We do not want to be seen. He will try and boot us out first, but then if we don't leave, we'll get the cops called on us. So we want to make sure we get shuffling. I could always drink off of him, I guess. This is prescriptions. This is not the room we want to be in. This is where we want to be. And we want to grab this. I think this is unlocked. There it is. Okay. Let's get out of here before we get caught. We could go into the prescriptions room. I believe there is some drugs in there that we can collect. I really don't want to have to use another trance if I don't have to. Your character may have like the sneaky one, obfuscate. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. That actually might be even better to use. So you could stealth through here. Just keep walking there, buddy. I'm actually quite impressed that we've been able to get this far. Okay. I'm really, really bad at stealth in this game. In fact, that is a like well-known thing for me. That I just don't do well with stealth in this game, to the point where I kind of stopped even trying to do stealth. Let's get out. Yeah, seriously, I stopped even bothering because I'm that bad at it. Okay, well, we escaped at least, and we got the werewolf blood, so let's head back to the pawn shop here. Well, not really the pawn shop, but the apartments. So in here, you've got a mailbox. You want to just drop... You want to go ahead and give the werewolf blood and exit. And you want to turn right back around and go back in. Alright, so we got the Masquerade redemption, as you can see. And also we get $150. I'm going to go ahead and take that. How much money do we have? We've got $605. That's actually pretty good. And then go ahead and head back upstairs. We should have an email from the prince. 6. Your assistance was much appreciated in regards to the werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. So fantastic. We got all that, and that's all taken care of. So now we want to start heading towards the gallery. I'm hoping that we've got enough seduction to do something very specific here. Let me save. I might actually go back and throw a point into seduction if I can't get what I want here. So here, oh, by the way, here is Gallery Noir. We could go in the front door, I guess, but there's actually a better way to go in through the back, and we need, I'm really kind of low on blood here, aren't I? Is there anybody hanging about back here that I could, just give me 1 second. All right, we're doing much, much better here. As you can see, I've gotten some of my blood back. Just, the Santa Monica's probably the easiest place to find people wandering around the back alleys that don't actually have anybody around, so just heads up.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Wow, the way you said that, it was so commanding.
Well, Missy, that's just a natural response that people have to someone in my kind of position. The risk, the prestige, the authority. It's a tough job, but somebody's gotta do it.
Want to know a secret? Power is a real turn on to me.
Yeah, you know, you'd be surprised how often I hear that in this line of work. It's the uniform, you know. Women just can't get over the uniform.
Oh, don't stop talking.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, if I continue to engage you in conversation, it's a violation of Code 613.
How about we get to know each other better right now? Okay, so, you kind of actually... Well, I wouldn't say you want to do this, but you get some interesting conversation later if you do this. Just trust me on that. I'm not going to drain him. At least I wouldn't kill him. You can go ahead and take your gun, or take your key, thanks. You could also, I believe it is this one right here, where you could just, yeah, you could, apparently I'm not strong enough to move that, so never mind. All right, I'm gonna get in here. All right, so welcome to the gallery. There are 4 paintings here. Cain is cursed by God. Cain spurns Lilith. Cain slays Abel, and Cain meets Lilith. Now, you want to do this in a very particular way. So first of all, let's switch to the knife here. Oh, the other thing that we actually do want to do, I know this is going to be really weird. She did mention, where's it at? She did mention that there was a gallery box somewhere. Ah, it's over here. And we can steal the $250. Now, you do... Hang on. You do lose a humanity for that. Don't really worry. We'll take care of that later. So the first thing you want to do is Cain slays Abel. Let's go ahead and cut that one. The next one is Cain is cursed by God, which is apparently this tree one here. Then you want to do Cain meets Lilith. And then lastly, you want to do this one. Be ready, because we're going to have some fun here. heads up. Now, we haven't done a lot of leveling up here, so if you are struggling with this battle, you actually might struggle with this battle. Okay. Don't really, you might have to use a blood pack, but we'll see what happens here. Stop. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to use a blood pack here. I'm gonna go ahead and just... Get off of me! Might actually, ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to use a blood pack. I'm almost 100% sure we're gonna use a blood pack here. Don't really worry about it. Can I not focus on that? Why am I suddenly unable to... Ow. Well, I got the blood from him, so that's kind of nice. Get off me. Ooh, we actually might make this without using a blood pack. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. All right, we did it. So we actually did, we didn't do terrible there, but I can see that there is a yellow bar above my red bar. That is supernatural damage, because that was obviously not normal. Like, very clearly not normal. So, yeah. All right, let's get out of here, because we did it. We did it. You might actually be wondering, like, well, after all of that, why haven't you leveled up? We do have plenty of experience. We will be leveling up, so don't worry too much. If you're having a lot of trouble, use blood buff, and you could also throw a point maybe into defense. So there is that. Now we're gonna head back to the asylum, and I'm gonna show you how to get back that humanity. So let's... Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and drain this guy, not dry, but I'm gonna drain him, get some of my blood back, and as you can see, you heal a lot faster.
It's a nice night
if
out, huh?
you are drinking from someone. All right, so if you need some humanity, go ahead and head in here, and wherever you can find this, you're gonna just start dancing. I'll be back in 5 minutes. There it is. I was kind of leaning back, waiting for that to finally activate, and it did. All right, let's get out of that circle of people. Why were they all standing around me? That's creepy as heck. All right, so one other thing that I do want to do here, I have my timer set for 5 minutes. I'm gonna head up here because there is one more thing that we're gonna have to do, but we're gonna do that next time. We're gonna talk to Jeanette or Therese, make sure we tell them that we took care of things, and yeah, after you stop dancing, looks like everybody else leaves. What is even happening? But we do have one other quest that we need to take care of, so I will see you guys next time.
How odd. I was just having naughty thoughts about you. You made quite an impression earlier. Did you come up just to cheer lonely little me?
All of my selves are intoxicated with you, White Mistress.
Really? Do I often pogo stick through your thoughts wearing nothing but a smile? Be honest. Or don't.
You haunt my dark dreams, but what deeds do I do in your own?
What all swayed kittens do. On hands and knees, you lap up the milk of me. And we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies.
Purr.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
Your sister only receives this treasure.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sister's made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
You stole the words from my head.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
My heart is open, but your hand will not contain your desire.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
Forgiveness, White Daughter, but this is for the other only.
Fine. You hold on to it. Since you are so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
What deed do you propose?
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a Kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
For you, I would face the flame at noontime.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
Slashing is now my existence.
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
I will think of you only as I slash these paintings.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Come on, let's have some fun. Why don't you put me in those handcuffs?
Well, Missy, that's just a natural response that people have to someone in my kind of position. The risk, the prestige, the authority. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to.
Yes. These words make me feel alive.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how often I hear that in this line of work. It's a uniform, Women just can't get over the uniform.
The chocolate stains are like medals of honor.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, if I continue to engage you in conversation, it's a violation of Code 613.
I'll be your donut shop. Whisper your order in my ear.